shop, roughing it with the cell phone this evening. Let's see here. Let's see where the chat's at on this. It's probably going to suck because it's going to look like I'm constantly poking you all in the face there. He's not. Hey, how are you? Late to your own stream. Yeah, very late to my own stream. Can you all hear me okay, by the way? Just want to make sure everybody can hear me all right. Picture quality's okay for filming on a phone. Hopefully that's all doing good. So, hello Random Goat, Alex Pittman. Tobacco free catfish, fish cat free tobacco. Hello. What a name. What a mouthful. Dario Ferrario. Hello. I know that's not the right way to say your name, but give it my best. Down Under Farm Forge. Hello. Richard Ironworks. Hello, hello. Hello to everybody that's coming in. So this evening, I'm just doing a real quick kind of live stream, little update to kind of let you all know where I'm getting on to. We will be having our regularly scheduled Friday night live stream, as always. So, you know, never fear. This isn't this isn't the only live stream we're going to have this week. But there will be a slight change. Most likely this Friday night, instead of working on the wrought iron hammer that we have been working on for a while now, we're actually going to be working on the, I'll be working on the BAM conference sign bracket frame, just because I need to put some final touches on that, because I need to get it into paint, well, into cleanup work, then paint, and I got to get a move on, because the BAM conference is coming up at the very end of this month, so it's going to be very, yeah, very soon. My brain has been on overdrive here recently, messing around with this thing and trying to, you know, do good iron work, because this thing is going to be going to the auction for BAM. So trying to do the best work I can, just like as if a customer was paying for it. But show you guys some neat stuff. So I got this little end acanthus leaf detail, little ball balloon done here on the end with a forge welded on collar. The holes are punched with the twist in between. That's what'll hang the sign itself. There you go. And then that's, I've got that all square tinted ready to go and be fitted up to the back of the bracket. What I was working on this evening, actually working quite a bit on, is getting my scroll work all fitted up with the acanthus sleeves and stuff like that. And there will be an entire video series that I'll be producing out. It's all non-speaking, non-speaking, non-explaining, because this work is it just takes so much of your mental space trying to teach it. Like, each part of this process is a good hour demonstration in of itself, let alone trying to do it in a YouTube video. So, but yeah, so I've got several things done, and of course you guys will see some videos on this over the upcoming month, and all the way into May as well. But then here again, here's the back bracket with some bevel leaf scrolls. I've got the same on the other end as well, bevel leaf scrolls. It's all split from one bar. So yeah, so that's what I have been up to. So I've been really busy. We're going to continue working on that on Friday night, just because I need to. Mother necessity and all. I got to remember, I'm looking up here where the chat pops up, but the camera's down here on the phone. So thank you, David Lewis. Appreciate that. And tobacco free, I appreciate that too. So, iMitch5, hello. Thank you for the nice comment. Bill Roll, why acanthus leaves? What's the plant used for? Not sure what you mean, Bill Wool. Oh. Still looking cold out in the shop there, Roy. Yeah, we had a big gigantic temperature dip here which is funny because just 2 days ago, not 2 days ago, it was like 60 and sunny. And like now it's like way colder than 30. And then the wind's really whipping up. So what is your favorite thing you have forged? So far, this bracket. That's going to kind of take the cake. This is the type of ironwork that I love making. So it's, Baroque ironwork is my favorite time period. So Cold Steel Truth, I doubt that. Good luck. Good luck to him. Rotten Art DK? Yeah, I hope so. That'll be good. It seems like it's going to. It's going to heat up this weekend, which will be good. Maybe I'll be able to get this frame finished up, and then paint would be great. In this, I'm actually going to be working on doing... I'll be doing gold leafing as well on the actual Acantha sleeves. Oh, okay, Bill Wool. Bill Wool, that's purely a stylistic choice. Acantha sleeves, they're a traditional leaf. Oak leaves, maples, other stuff, that's okay too, but that's generally a themed bracket, so to speak, where you might use oak leaves or maple leaves or things of that nature. Usually that's themed, and a lot of times when you see old iron that had a lot of the natural good Cold Steel Truth. So generally when you see a lot of that, historically speaking, it was around like hunting cabins and hunting estates, and again, it was themed ironwork for where the estate may be that someone was actually working to make the estate or the grounds fit better with the environment, if you will. And so an Acantha sleeve is a pretty ubiquitous, it's a universal thing for leafage or foliage in French Baroque ironwork. So that's what I've chose to focus on this one. So Billy Jones, glad to hear it. Maybe, hey, you never know, you might win one of them swedge blocks. So Robert at Proverbs 27 Forge, hello. Good to have you here. Derek Stuff. The leaves are plasma cut? Yes, they are plasma cut out. Oh, and that could be a good subject matter for a rant at some point about plasma cut leaves, because I've taken some slack on that before about the plasma cutting out things. And what people don't realize is that blanks have been in use for over 500 years. So like it or not, I mean, whether the unskilled laborers had to beat it out into sheet and then cut blanks from it, or from a large lump on the end of a bar, and then it was cut to shape and then formed. And so all of the real work is done in the forming, or the real skill is involved in the formation of the actual Acantha sleeve. But the cutting out, that is like unskilled labor. So that would be something that you'd have a whole gang of people doing in a historical workshop. They'd be doing nothing but with chisels. But the master blacksmith or the master craftsman in the workshop would not be applying his skills to cutting out steel for him to work with. So, Derek Stuff, do you ever cut by hand? Yes, I've cut stuff by hand before, and it takes a real long time to do it, and I just don't have that time envelope. So. Let's see here. Yep, you can get more done. Let's see here. Bryson Alden. Hello, first. Just ordered your first plasma cutter yesterday. Don't care if it's traditional blacksmithing. Hey, that's all right. So really the thing to kind of think about that, or the way that I view when you're talking about traditional ironwork versus, something more modern, you'll see stuff where people will plasma cut out entire scrolls, right? Flatways, or like entire windscreens of scrolls, flatway. and they don't do anything to it other than tack weld it in a frame. That's fabrication. That's not blacksmithing. That's not true traditional ironwork. True traditional ironwork, you're going to be forming the steel after it's there. So whatever route you take to cut it out, you can chisel it out with your granny's teeth if you want to, but as long as the thing gets there in the end, that's what matters. So your voice isn't matching your lips. Looks like an old Chinese movie. Oh, well, that sucks. Well, that's got to be on YouTube's end. I think I have enough bandwidth. So, is anybody else having that problem? My lips not matching up? Nope. Okay, cool. Good. Hopefully my lips are matching up. If they're not matching up, you may have to refresh. You may have to refresh the stream. Sometimes YouTube does weird stuff like that. So, cool, cool. I'm glad I'm good on everybody's end. Wow, we got 50 people in here. 16 likes on an unscheduled stream. That's impressive. Oh, well, thank you all for being here. Anyhow, so yeah, you're going to find people on all sides of that fence of what they consider to be traditional ironwork, what they consider to be, modern ironwork, and everything in between. But again, it's just how far do you want to go back? If we want to go all the way back to the Stone Age and clack rocks together with metal between it, then that is probably the purest form of traditional ironwork, right? But in all reality of today, like there's many compromises blacksmiths have made over centuries because we have the benefit of doing this as a hobby for fun. That is a more modern recent advent of blacksmithing. That's a more modern connotation of what it means to be a blacksmith, because no more than say 75 years ago or so, guess what? It wasn't just a hobby or just for fun. You go back 100 years ago, it was a trade. It was meant for, again, it was meant for a trade, for you to, as a vocation, for you to go into. If your father was a blacksmith, most likely you were going to become a blacksmith. You weren't going to go be a doctor or a lawyer. No, you were going to be a blacksmith. And it wasn't just for kicks and giggles. So they used every advantage that was, allotted them or what they could afford to do that. So, hello, smelt your own iron? If not, you aren't traditional. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well then, blacksmiths and 15th century England and France weren't real blacksmiths either, because they didn't smelt their own iron. Sid Stone, going pretty well. So yeah, hopefully I'm holding the camera square enough and not getting too shaky. Oh, cell phone. Yeah, I'd like to argue that blacksmithing is still very much a trade. It's a trade in a lot of portions of the world. It's just not in, first world countries as much anymore. It's, more of an elective type thing. But in third world countries, it's still very much a trade and a useful one at that. So that whole adage of, oh, well, blacksmithing is dead and you're reviving the lost art, not really. Nope. You're not reviving anything. It was always there in one form or another. You're just personally discovering it for the first time. Let's see here. Christopher Fay. To think that maybe 25 years ago, gas forges would have had the same stigma as plasma cutters and power hammers. Yep, and it might have. Rob Ho, howdy. Derek Stuff. Yeah, occasionally I make leaves from wrought iron. So. Yep. So, I have a very small stash of wrought iron that I use, and I say a very small stash. There's about 250-ish pounds of wrought iron that I have, but I only use it on very specific occasions and for special projects. Tim Wambiki, hello. Good to have you here. Todd Good, hello. Good to have you. Just my Truth Forge, I'm glad you agree. So anyways, yeah, it's an interesting topic. Usually you'll find the people who have time on their hands enough to go on and on about whether something is traditional or not, they don't have enough work. They don't have enough work in their shop to to justify their time. So they've got time to mess around with comments, or to argue out whether somebody's traditional or not. Charming Hollow Forge, good to have you, Hans. Glad to see you. Michael Jones, hello, hello. Hello, my friend. Wayne Maury. Wrought iron, if you get a chance to work on some really fine grain wrought iron, Wayne, wrought iron will make you loathe mild steel. It'll make you absolutely hate it. Wrought iron likes to weld. It wants to be welded because of its fibrous structure. It wants to forge nicely under the hammer. It's a beautiful material to actually use. But yeah, it's not hard to forge. It's just hard to get a hold of in large quantities for ornamental ironwork. Mariah Cameron. I don't know if I asked before, but what is the major difference between wood forge versus coal forge? Major difference is heat output. That's going to be your major difference. The forge itself is going to be the same. It's going to hold. You're going to have a fire pot, you're going to have a tweer or two iron, if you will. You're going to have a blower source of some sort. You're going to have an ash gate, a dump gate. You're going to have a clinker breaker, most likely, or not in both cases of coal versus, a wood-fired forge, if you will. And then, that's about it. Heat output is going to be way more with coal or coke than what you'll ever get with wood. Tim Watby, me and Tim should do another collab. Yeah, we should. Black Bear and I should do another collab, so that would be fun. I'd have to see what he's up to. I know he's a busy man these days, and I am I don't think busy begins to describe me here. but yeah, another collab could be quite fun. Could be quite fun to do. So, Caleb Hensley, any tips for a guy wanting to make hammers? Yeah, find a class on making hammers in your local area, or not even in your local area, even if you have to travel, and take a class with someone who makes hammers. It will eliminate a ton of your learning curve when it comes to what type of materials to use for the drifts and punches and your slitters, and how to heat treat things and how to fit up handles. And there's just so much to do with that. It's best to hook up with somebody who's already making hammers and making good hammers. I like that, Todd Good. You're not busy. You're making the most of the time available. I like that. Yep, Eric, this wasn't expected. This one's just off the cuff. So I just finished up forging for the night. And I guess for everybody who's come in, I could show the stuff off. Y'all want to see what I've been working on again? Michael Jones. I live in Ohio and have work restraints on classes, but wish I could. Well, anytime that you can, even take a little bit of work off. It'll propel you forward. It will propel you forward. And there's stuff first Saturday every month, usually SOFA, Southern Ohio Forge and Anvil, if you're in Ohio area, at the Troy, up in Troy at the Miami County Fairgrounds. They have, they have people that meet up the first Saturday every month. And go check them out. There's several guys around there that make hammers. What's the best oil for my carbon steel knives? I'm a chef. I'm not a knife person, but as far as oil, whatever is food grade safe, you can put that on there. Vegetable oil would be fine. Olive oil, yep. Other guys that are in the chat could probably tell you better than I could. Cool. You live close to Troy. Cool. Good. Then it shouldn't be a problem. You can swing over there. Like I said, it's the first Saturday every month, man. I used to be the editor of the newsletter for SOFA. Feels like many years ago. No. Yeah, Rob Ho. Forgot about saying that. Yeah, shout out to Goshen, Ohio, and Jamie Geyer. Rob Ho, you probably, if you would, put a link to that, if you will. Drop a link to that contact info. Does anybody want to see the project I've been working on, since there's a bunch of new people in here, or have you all already seen it? Yes. Yes, please. All right, let's do it. Hopefully it won't go crazy. There are like just some certain weird dead spots. The phone just like, drops out from time to time. So basically, what this live stream is just kind of an update live stream on the BAM conference, French Baroque sign bracket that I'm working on. And thank you, Rob, for dropping that link in there. So this here is the back portion. This is the back plate with the bevel leaf scrolls on it. I ended up deciding to go away from the actual, I was going to have an additional little spade detail that juts out the top, but I just decided that looked a little too close, a little too gaudy. Didn't want to do that, so I just made it simpler with the simpler. I made it simpler with four bevel leaf scrolls in one area. But anyways, so that'll be the back plate. That'll be the mounting bracket that everything will go on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's Rob Huff, not Rob Ho. I'm sorry, Rob. Anyways. So here's the blossom on the end. I just forged this detail. Again, I'll have videos on all of this. Again, they are not a speaking, they're not a speaking event, but I do have videos of me forging every last one of these, the steps, and then I'll have a full frame detail. So that's where the sign bracket will hang down from. And again, this will be donated at BAM. So this will be in their auction. So if you're at BAM, you're going to be able to purchase it. I was kind of happy with this detail here. It took a little bit. It didn't come out quite as much as I would have liked. I would have liked it to be a little bit better on the end, the forge welded on collar, but I was able to get it on there and make it look good. It could have been a little snugger fit, but still looks good for what we're doing. And then things like this blossom detail, and then the details on the acanthus leaves, those are all going to be gold leafed. So. But yeah, so that'll go through the back plate. And this evening, I went ahead and finished up these acanthus leaf scrolls. These offset 90-degree acanthus leaf scrolls for the frame. And I just got those fitted. You guys will have to forgive me. I just got those fitted and pinned on in place. So using an applique method. It's a very old method and technique of doing this when you didn't want to ruin a scroll by forge welding. Do an applique method. And thank you all. Thank you for saying I'm a very skilled man. I appreciate that. So I got not only one, but two done. So there you go. So I've got two of those done, top and bottom. So on Friday, thank you. I think the acanthus leaf scrolls are mighty fine myself. So on Friday, we'll continue to work on that whole process of putting that together, the frame pieces. That's most likely what we're going to be doing. Rod K, it's very heavy. So. Rob Huff, when we doing that class, Roy? Well, Rob, As soon as we can get around to it. That'd be a good one. Now, that one's like, that'd be a week-long class. I could teach each one of the methods maybe in a weekend, but there's no way you'd be able to finish it in a weekend class. That'd be like a week-long class. So talk to Jamie. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you all for the kind words. So, Derek stuff, gotta run. Best to you and yours. Same right back to you, Derek. Thanks for stopping by. I know I'm a bit a ways from that, but that's the kind of stuff I think we could really run with. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, it could be good. You know, it's not as far away as you may think. You know, that type of ironwork, and that is the whole focus of my demonstration at the BAM conference this year. That type of ironwork is what I like to call computational forging. So it is a component-based ironwork. You are making up individual components. You have to attach them in a logical progression, and then once they're all put together, they make the sum of the parts make the whole, right? So it's a progression type thing. So you make 4 cantisleeves. You make 2 scrolls. You make 1 bar of whatever your choosing is, right? You punch 2 holes in it so you can hang some chain from it for the sign. You make whatever end little detail you want to do or don't, right? You draw your tenons down. You make your bracket. You work on one end, you work on the other, and then you just slowly but surely put the thing together. And it will drive you insane, though, when you get so close and then you've got something that screws up and you ruin like 20 hours of work into something like that. And that's something else I'd like to say. All of that there is all traditionally forged. There is no welds. There's nothing on that. That is all 100% traditional joinery. So, and it will be when it's finished. So there'll be collars. I've got to put a hot collar on the center to join the 2 scrolls to the main bar. It's going to be riveted to the back plate. You know, all of that. Thank you, Tobacco Free. I'm like the Bob Ross of forging. That's funny. Oh. Yeah, down on our farm and forge, you should. You should definitely make those American gatherings. They're big. They're great. Good to be part of. He's 23. He doesn't appreciate anything yet. LOL. Must be his son, huh? Was way more simple than I thought, the forging. Yep. That's the interesting thing. So, oh, Chris Rich, what made you start live streaming tonight? I just wanted to do a live and tell you guys that there's going to be a slight derailment of plans on Friday night. I'm going to be doing the Friday night live stream, but I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to be doing the hammer. I'm going to be working at this frame, getting it fully fleshed out and finished, is what my thoughts are. You said in the beginning. In the beginning, there was a man, and he was a blacksmith. So, the main reason why I started streaming, I figured I'd give it a try. I never did any live streams before, and then I stayed because I liked the community aspect of it. I like the live dialogue back and forth for comments and commentary. So that's why I started, doing live streaming in the beginning. Did you ever do the Lost Creek or Fort Rowdy in Ohio? Nope, never did. All right, Tobacco Free. We'll see you back in a little bit. Rod K, thank you. Ben Toombs, hello, hello. A bit of blacksmithing, howdy, howdy. Chris Rich, you're welcome. Britting Hammer Forge, dang. Well, dang indeed. Hello. Cold steel truth. How high is my wooden perimeter fence? Very high. I don't even think... is it even showing? There it is. Now it lightened up. It's way up there. 32 feet, to be exact. Oh. Thomas Matthews, hello, hello. Good to have everybody in. It looked like I was in an open yard, huh? Yeah, no, it's just a really big building. Really big shop space. Oh, big gigantic barn. I didn't always get to say that. It used to be like 1/5, no. I think it's like 1/8 this size, so. Rob Huff, awesome. Glad you're getting that tire hammer. Yeah, Bridding hammer. I might do that someday. Build me a big old mezzanine up there. That would be cool. Yeah, I could make Zeppelins in here, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I can make a Zeppelin or not. Would be cool. Dana Pitts, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm going to set you down here. This might be an uncomfortable angle. Let's see how we do it. I'll just try to read the comments as they come quickly. Whee! Well, I'm glad you like that 14th century challenge. I could have done better on that challenge. Of course, there's always that coulda, woulda, shouldas, right? But I really wanted to do it, take a stab at it without doing any at all, and I do mean any at all, practice. I just wanted to see if I could do it. If that was if someone surprised that on me someday and said, hey, you know what, if I was applying for a job as a blacksmith and they were like, hey, I got to make sure you're not a greenhorn. Here, make this item. I just wanted to see if I could do something like that. Oh, Bill Wall, it's 32 feet to the peak, not to the sidewalls. The sidewalls are 16 feet. Yeah, Neil Graham. Hello again, by the way. And yeah, for not practicing, it was a good go of it. Obviously, if I wouldn't have talked at all, I could have probably shaved some time off. There was other suggestions. I wasted a lot of time trying to look for measurements and stuff. One suggestion was really good. I should have had a full-scale drawing of it already designed out. That way I could have just compared it like a reference frame to that drawing. That would have been a great idea. Wonderful idea on that. Should have done that. But Bridding Hammer Forge, take care, brother. God bless you. Mad Dash, I am in Northeast Michigan. Hello. Much love, homie. Yeah, Bill, well, that's 3 stories. It's a big one. I love this barn. Now I just got to find me a roofer that's not scared to get up there, which has been very hard. Hold on. We do similar challenges for new prospects in my line of business. It is not so much about completing the challenge, but more about observing how they attack the challenge. That's cool. That's cool, Rob. Dragon Water Forge, hello. So yeah, there's bound to be people who are going to do it really good and a lot better. And if you have done 10, 15, 20, 30 of them even, you could probably cut a lot of time down on it. When it comes to challenges, that's another thing that you have to take into consideration a little bit. What's the challenge for? Is the challenge just as close to completion of the item that you can get in in a certain amount of time, or is the challenge how well you can make something in a given amount of time? So those two factors, they matter to any challenge that you do, any sort of forging challenge. Ali Law to fix my roof. He has a YouTube channel. Never heard of him, but maybe he does. But yeah, so when it comes to challenges, you have to decide which one you want to do. I am probably a bit too meticulous for challenges like that, for speed, right? That's not really my thing. I'm an efficient blacksmith, but not at first. Whatever I get into, I have got to find, I've got to find the efficient way of making a perfect product when it's done. Like that's my goal as a professional smith, right? Hopefully I'm not look like I'm freezing up there. But yeah, my goal is to have a finished product when everything's said and done. That I can sell to a customer and that a customer can put in their house and things of that. The efficiency comes after you've made 1,000 of said thing, or 50 of said thing, or 100 of said thing. It all varies, just depends on, the item in question. A lot of my work has been custom commission work, and so it's been one-off. And that has forced me to be really, really particular about how I go about putting stuff together. So it puts a lot more on the brain power and less time on, the actual forging power. Good question, Rob. How much more quickly do I think that it would have went using wrought iron versus the mild? Very quickly. It would have went a lot faster. I'd say probably 20% increase in speed, efficiency. Wrought just moves so smooth. It does. And as long as you keep it at super high heat, it'll treat you right. And especially when it comes down to forge welding, there's no chance of the thing opening back up. You can bend it right over on itself and weld that thing on down, and you're in good shape. But yeah, it's a fun project. I encourage everybody to do it. That 14th century candle challenge. One of the other things I didn't have is I didn't have a final dimension, a finished dimension of the piece. So I didn't know how far to draw out things, and so I think I ended up a little short. So, but we'll have to see. Yeah, Rob Huff did it again. Yeah, wrought iron just draws out so super slick under the hammer. If you guys have seen on Friday nights when I've been doing the Friday night forging, I've on that there, the wrought iron hammer. I mean, that's a 2-inch square billet of wrought, and I'm working it by hand by myself. It's not really difficult to do at all, but. You do that out of some 1045 or 1095 or even 4140, you're going to bounce that hammer off the surface all day long and not get a whole lot done. Somebody made the comment earlier about how dare I sit in Jessica's chair, or did Jessica tell you could sit in her chair? And I'm like, no, but I'm doing it anyhow. Thank you. BC, evening. Yeah, I'm doing it anyhow until she sees this on the video poll. Then she'd be like, Roy. Yeah, risk taker. Yeah, sometimes better to ask forgiveness than permission. Bill Corey? Nope. I haven't. It's still in good shape. Still use it every day. Wow, cold still truth. 1:48 a.m. there. Wow. Well, good morning. Good, really early morning. Oh. When was my barn built? Well, on the deed it says it was built here 60 years ago. 60 or 70 years ago, I believe it was. And but there's beams in here that are probably 100 plus years old. So yeah, she does make the chair look better. Rambo Harrison, you're very welcome. Michael Robertson, nope, it's not warmed up just yet. It is. There's days that do good and then not so much. So Yeah, on the subject of the barns, the barns construction. So there's a beam right above right here. You see that beam there? The very top, the sill beam. There's 3 others just like it, and they run the full 50-foot length of the barn. Full 50 feet, and they are 12-inch square. You are not going to find that in North America in the last 100 years. So, I mean, you just didn't. So, yeah. One solid, huge beam, no taper from end to end, literally a 12-inch square beam. Yep, 12-inch square beam up there. And that's, again, there's 4 of them. There's one up, there's one there, one up, over, and on the other sill beam as well. And so you just don't, you just don't see that kind of, you don't see that kind of wood anymore. Nothing's that old. In fact, if I were to try to have this barn rebuilt again, no one would be able to, no one would be able to build this for anything I could afford. They'd have to go with like a clear span. Tim O'Connor, are you actually in Harrisville? I saw your Lake Huron pics today. I'm in Royal Oak. Tim O'Connor, nope, I'm just outside of Harrisville. Just outside of Harrisville. Grant has for the oxycodone forge in full swing. Woo! You must be having a party. Thank you, Tobacco Free. Been at it a long time. Yeah, Michael Robertson. Getting harder and harder to find. I don't know. I don't even know what you'd have to pay for a beam that big. It'd be insane. Here recently, I've been trying to find a roofer to put new tin on, re-roof the roof, and well, I'm at like strike 3, no dice. So everyone I've had so far is driven by the barn, and just because of the sheer size of it, have been like, nope, not us. I'm like, you're roofers. You're supposed to be fearless of heights. It's like, please don't make me have to get up there and replace my own roof. I don't really want to. I'm a blacksmith. Let's see here. I hang out in Grayling often. Hope to live that end of Lend into Tim O'Connor. Yeah, it's a really nice place to be. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read on the comments here. YouTube's not loading them as easily. Where did you start off getting steel? Scrapyard. That's an easy one there, Mad Dash. Yeah, I'll employ Hans Groff. He's part Amish. He can make me some new wood beams. Yeah. Roof the roof. Oh. I almost scroll down to the bottom. That way I keep caught up. Steel yard remnants for the win. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a straight up, there's no dormers, there's no, there's nothing sticking out on it. It's just straight up roofing, all the way, but nobody wants to touch it so far. So we'll see. We're supposedly having somebody coming from clear out in Grayling to come out and check it out. So any way to waterproof steel with a clear coat? If you're talking about forged steel, yeah, you could just spray any old clear coat on it. If you're talking about the roofing, no, I don't think so. Stuff flexes too much for that. You'd have to get some specialized roof paint and things like that. My roof, it has areas that have been patched and then has patches on patches, and that's not the way to go about it. I just want to get a new roof put on at some point. What is this stream about? Nothing. Cohen, Jackets. I don't know. Cohen. It's about absolutely nothing at all. It was just an update stream about the, the direction of the channel over the next couple weeks, and videos that you guys can take and see. So I'll go ahead and for those of you that are new, that are just joining us, so Friday night live stream, I'll be working on the this sign bracket most likely. So we won't be using, we won't be continuing on the Friday night live stream, messing with the wrought iron hammer. We'll save that for another time, just because I need to stay focused. Metalman Productions, hello, I see you. Good. So none your business. I hope you'll see us there at BAM too. It's going to be a good one, and get part of the auction when I auction off that thing. And then the other thing that the stream was originally about for an update is the videos. What to expect for all the live, for all the subscribers out there, is the videos are going to be non-speaking events over the next, because that's what I've got filmed up. I've got enough to take me all the way through April, which is good. And before I'm done, I will have videos to take me all the way through May as well. So, the tutorials, there won't be a lot of tutorials in that. It'll just be me working on this BAM conference frame. So, just so you all know. Let's see here. Somebody asked me, have you ever forge welded a bundle of steel strips out of a windshield wiper blades to see how they act? I got a bunch from my local garage for making lock picks, and the thought crossed my mind. Possum sausage. Nope, never done that. So it's really interesting. My hobby days as a blacksmith were about 3 years. I did blacksmithing for a hobby for 3 years, and then from that time on, after that point, I basically was a professional smith, and so I was looking for ways of doing things efficiently and quicker, if you will, and to satisfy customers or clients' demands. So with that being said, I haven't done a lot of the exploratory forging that maybe somebody who is a consummate hobbyist or guy working out of his garage, and this is something they just do for fun on the weekends. I haven't really done that. So I've never really done the stuff like that, like, forge a bunch of wiper blades together. So high back yourself, handsome. Valhalla. Oh. Take care, Tobacco. Awesome. Good to hear it. I'm glad you'll be on every stream. Yeah, lock picking. I kind of got into a bit of lock picking. It's pretty fun. Never moved past master locks though. I gotten too busy with other stuff. And somebody else said, what was the point of the stream? Oh yeah, hanging out with friends. I forgot that point. Of course. Hanging out with my friends online. Okay, tobacco free, catfish, fish, cat free tobacco. Well, next time, buddy. Take care. Alex, I don't know. Gifted. Blessed by God, my friend. Blessed by God. That's all I can say. Hey, granddads. Love you, Rob. You're great. Never got past nose picking. That's me. Well, some of the boogers can get in there deep. Oy vey. So, anyways, yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's really what I wanted to say this evening. I just wanted to, I wanted to throw that out there, to everybody, so my regular subscribers weren't like, "What is this? Roy's mad at us." No, it's not mad. My brain is just got crazy pressure on it to get a lot of stuff done. One of the other things I didn't mention about doing this process with the frames and things is like, this is me prepping to get ready to go teach at a conference. Well, I'm a main demonstrator, and so with that, I've got to remember sizes of materials. I have to remember how much stuff how much stock I laid off for what. I have to remember the tools I need to bring, which tools were helpful and handy for the project, which ones weren't. I have to remember all this stuff collectively for the end of the month to take it all with me. So this way I don't look like a big, dodo when I show up at the event that I'm getting paid for. So this way I can teach effectively, and so that is one of the most mentally challenging parts about this process. If this was just for a client, this would be a lot simpler. It would be, it'd be quicker. It would be less pressure to, perform and get done correctly. Mad Dash, this will be at the BAM conference, Blacksmith Association of Missouri, and that's in Sedalia, Missouri. I think it is. I think it's called. The information is all on my website. If you go over to blacksmithpdfs.com, there will be you'll have contact links there. There'll be tooling bundles, plans, things like that you can buy and things like that. And then there will also be an events, like an upcoming events page. You can click on that upcoming events page, and it'll show you where that's at. I believe Jessica's got that updated on the site. So yeah, Sedalia. Bill Corey, thank you. Yeah, I know I'll be all right. My thing is I try to focus on putting out the best show, the most perfected thing that I can do, to that way I don't leave anything to the imagination or a mystery for folks while I'm demonstrating. Take care, Michael Robertson. Hope it goes well, brother. Yep, Bill Corey, BAMsite.org. You can go check that out. So, Curtis Noble Pursuit Ironworks, you got in here just at the end. Just got in here at the end. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and call this one a wrap, just because the phone's battery is about to die on me. So I'm going to go ahead and leave before it does and leave me in this weird pose or something like that. So, yeah, Rob, what days are you demonstrating? I might have to sneak out for that. It's across the entire weekend. So it'll be, I believe it is Saturday. It's Friday and Saturday demonstration. So I'll be demonstrating there. So, yep. So, anyways, phone's going to die. So I'm going to let you all go. Thank you guys for coming out. I will still be having the regular live stream with Jessica's pretty face sitting in this position than mine, and me being back over the forge where I belong. So, so Friday night live stream still happening, still forging stream, and I look forward to having everyone there. And God bless each and every last one of you and everything you're doing this week and this weekend, even if you can't make it to the stream on Friday. And I hope you all have a great, great night. So take care, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Bye now. Let me figure out how to. This has been so long.